In this final video, we're going to create a scooter stand using a sheet metal modelling process. To begin with, from the pop-up box, choose sheet metal and again check for a mm.ipt part and select create. To begin with, we're going to create a 2D sketch of the base part. So select create 2D sketch from the ribbon and select a suitable datum plane. And what we're going to do is create a rectangle which is 300 by 100 millimeters. So first of all, begin by drawing the rectangle down. Choose the constraints to align the center vertically and again this center horizontally, and then use the dimension tool to create a dimension of 300 millimeters, resize if needed, by 100 millimeters. There we have the base for our scooter stand. Finish the 2D sketch, resize in your window, and before we extrude we're going to select sheet metal defaults, and using the material drop down we're going to locate stainless steel. Select the pencil which says edit sheet metal rule, and in the pop-up change the thickness to a standard 2mm thickness and click done. Choose to save the edit, so that is now saved into our Autodesk Inventor library. Click OK, and now when we choose face we can select the sketch that we've created, and this will automatically extrude to 2mm. What we're now going to do is we're going to create a line down the center of this part and create a fold along that line. To do this, create a 2D sketch again, select the top surface, and this time draw a line from the top to the bottom down the center of this part. Finish the sketch, and this time select fold. The bend line will be the new sketch we've created, that single line, and the angle of fold we're going to set to 139 degrees. Click OK, and we should see now that metal has been folded. What we're now going to do is use a new tool, which is the flange tool from the ribbon. Select the tool and scroll into the top edge of your sheet metal part and click on that edge. You will see a projection of what you're about to create, which is an extended piece of material, and what we're going to do is we're going to extend this flange to 100 millimeters. Click OK. If you now resize, you can see we've now bent the piece of metal almost in a Z shape. What we're now going to do is create a cut into this surface so that we can start to lock the scooter into the stand. To do this, select create 2D sketch, select this surface, and you'll see the orientation of view now rotates around, and we're now going to draw freehand a rectangle. This rectangle we're now going to center, so we're going to use again a horizontal constraint to line this up, and using the dimension tool we're going to set a number of dimensions. The first from the base will be 15 millimeters, the total length will be 90, and the total width will be 40. This rectangle is now constrained, so we finish the sketch, and what we do now is we select cut, we select this profile, and we simply click OK, and we should see the material now cut away from that sheet metal. What we're now going to do is create a cut into this top surface here so that the neck of the scooter can slot in. To do this, create a 2D sketch on this surface, and if we use the circle tool we should be able to snap to the middle of this top edge, draw out and enter a value of 40 millimeters. What we're going to do here is close off this semicircle with a line, and we're going to use the trim tool from the modify options to take away this top edge here. We now have a closed semicircle, so finish the sketch, choose cut, and again select the profile and click OK to create this cut. Some of the quick features we can add to our model are corner chamfers. If we select the corner chamfer option and enter in a large measurement like 20mm, we can then choose the corners option, and we can select the opposing corners to remove some of the excess material, which is a very quick feature to create. Lastly, we can create a hem at the base of this piece here, which will fold the metal back on itself. Select hem, and selecting the edge, we're going to select just at the top of this base edge. We can see a preview of what this is going to look like, and in the length box we're going to remove the content and enter in a measurement of 25mm and click OK. If we now resize what we've modelled, we should be able to see a nice clear design for a scooter stand. Our last task is to add a logo to the stand, so we're going to create a 2D sketch again, this time on the base. If we now tap F7, we can see the surface that we're modelling onto. Select image to insert and locate the logo that we're going to bring in. And if you now scale this logo to fit onto the surface, finish the 2D sketch, we should now hopefully see a finished scooter stand with the logo now in place. What we can do is choose to set this as a decal onto the surface. So under Create from the ribbon, select Decal. For the image, select the Autodesk logo, and for the face, select the surface that it sits on. Click OK, and you'll now see that that logo is part of the surface of the finished scooter stand.